Hello students, greetings of the day. I hope you have done in all the examinations so far and thinking about the last examination that you are going to write tomorrow. So why wait further? Come up with a strategy which will help you out in preparing well for tomorrow's examination. So we all know that we have very less amount of time, right? And we are quite worried about the last paper, that is paper 12, management accounting. So how to prepare effectively, efficiently, whereby we can guarantee our qualification in this paper with good marks, not moderate marks, but good marks. Okay, anything more than 55 in this particular paper is a very good score for you. Okay, because we know if you are lucky, we will get somewhat easy paper, or else he will try to test you in every conceptual way. So without wasting any further time, let me go through the order of preparation. Okay, stick on to the order of preparation whereby we can guarantee minimum marks for you. Okay, so what you need to do. So let me focus on the descriptive part first. Okay, so first prepare introduction to management accounting. You have less number of questions. Definitely you can guarantee a 7 marks question from that particular chapter. There is no question of any choice from this chapter. Okay, you might have done the same thing when it comes to preparing for your revision exams as well as for pre-final, where you have given more importance to these chapters. If you're a mastermind student, already you know how to prepare. Okay, just to be on the safer side, we want to remind you again. Okay, right. So introduction to management accounting, each and every question without any choice, you have to go through it. 7 marks for sure, and also you will get an MCQ also from that particular chapter. Next, go through activity based costing. It's completely a format chapter. Remember the format, have patience when going through when reading the problem. You can easily do the problem. 7 marks for sure from this particular chapter. Okay, already you might have marked the important questions that you need to revise the day before examination. During your revision exam schedule and pre-final exams, you might have striked off some simple problems or easy problems, right? So after doing all those things, only few problems will be left. So it does not take much time to revise those few problems. So when it comes to a day before exam strategy, focus on those problems which you have highlighted or marked as important and for revision. Okay, so activities based costing, you will have around 4 or 5 different problems that you need to revise. You can do it easily in 45 minutes also. Okay, and I'm not saying to practice each and every problem. You can't do that now. Okay, you don't have that kind of time. You have only 10 to 11 hours hardly to prepare for the paper. Once it is done, go through decision theory chapter. Okay, and we have only few problems there. We will cover decision theory using decision theory under uncertainty, decision making under uncertainty, decision making under risk, right? And decision tree. Focus more on decision tree. Definitely we'll get a problem on decision tree, where we will draw a diagram and we will evaluate the question. Okay, so decision theory is very, very important. There is no question of taking any model as choice in that particular chapter. Most important of all is decision tree in that particular chapter. Now comes the divisional performance. Divisional performance and measurement. Okay, divisional performance and measurement. Now here you have DuPont analysis, which is already covered in FM, so I'm not worried about that one. 3 component, 4 component formulas. Okay, 3 component and 4 component formulas. Sorry, 5 component, not 4, 5 component. Next you have ROI, return on investment, is quite easy for you. Residual income is also there. Apart from that, focus more on, in fact, prepare first EVA, economic value added, and learning curve. Okay, first prepare these two, because definitely you should get a problem from this. If you're lucky, you will get 2 problems, one on EVA, one on learning curve. Okay, so 14 marks. 14 marks, minimum 7. Okay, most of the time you may get 14 marks also. That is what we have seen. We have been seeing 14 marks from this particular chapter. One on EVA, one on learning curve. So please be thorough with EVA problems and learning curve problems. Okay. Next comes responsibility accounting. When it comes to introduction and responsibility accounting, both are theory chapters. This is a theory chapter and this is also a theory chapter. Okay. 7 marks for sure from each chapter. Okay. So please be thorough with all the questions in introduction chapter and all the A category questions in responsibility accounting. When it comes to A category questions, you should be able to reproduce it in the examination. When it comes to B category, try to understand the meaning of it and you can frame your own sentences there. Okay. right? If you don't want to take any risk, you can make sure that you are reproducing that B category questions also. Okay. So if you are thorough with these 5 chapters, 5 sevens, 35 marks minimum, 35 marks in your pocket. Okay, if you get 7 marks more, 7 marks extra question from divisional performance, 35 plus 7, you will get 42 marks there. Okay, so these are the first 5 chapters that you need to prepare. Once it is completed, then start preparing your next chapter, that is forecasting, budgeting and budgetary control. Okay, first focus on cash budgets, then flexible budget, then functional budgets. Already flexible and functional budgets are covered in cost accounting, right? So cash budgets. Okay, then prepare transfer pricing. Transfer pricing is all about opportunity cost concept, contribution, opportunity cost concept. Okay, so there are only 4 models when it comes to transfer pricing. Okay, any question should be framed on these 4 models. Okay, already that is explained to you in the classroom with the help of an example at the start of the chapter itself. So there are only 4 models when it comes to transfer pricing. Okay, so focus on those 4 models. You can answer any question when it comes to transfer pricing. Next comes your standard costing. Sir, when it comes to standard costing, okay, in cost accounting, you have only material variance and labor variance, right? Here we have material, we have labor, we have variable overhead variance, fixed overhead variance, sales variance, both value as well as margin, and reconciliation. So focus on problem. Which problem, sir? Comprehensive problem. What do you mean by comprehensive problem, sir? Comprehensive problem means in a single problem you have all the variances: material, labor, variable overhead, fixed overhead, sales variance. Okay, such kind of problems are there in our material. And then focus on reconciliation part also. So compared to earlier chapters, these chapters will be somewhat time taking. So please be thorough up to this point. Up to this point, please be thorough up to this point. Okay. Then after, you can take your time while preparing this 8th chapter and 9th chapter. You may argue that when it comes to budgetary control also, you need to spend some time, right? But flexible and functional budgets are almost there in our cost accounting. The only thing that you need to focus here is cash budget and sales budget if it is given separately. Okay. So standard costing, these two are the important areas when it comes to standard costing and variance analysis. Comprehensive problem, where in a single problem you have all the variances, both cost variances as well as revenue, sales variances, and reconciliation part also. Okay. Next comes your marginal costing. What do you mean by marginal costing, sir, here? See, whatever the basics that whatever the things that you have learned in cost accounting, those things will be covered here. Not only that, you need to, we will focus also on the application side of marginal costing when it comes to short-term decision making. In simple terms, we focus on advanced concepts also. Here, we have several models when it comes to decision making, but 3 models play a very important role. What are those? Make or buy decision, accept or reject an order, subcontracting, and ancillarization. These are the 3. First 2 are very, very important. Okay. First 2 are very important. Next, once these 2 are completed, go for subcontracting problems also. Okay. Once these 3 are completed, if you still have some time, then you can go to remaining problems. If you are thorough with our Masterminds material and the MCQ booklet provided by Masterminds material, you can easily score more than 50 marks. Easily score more than 50. No matter how the paper is, even though it is given somewhat lengthy, time consuming, you can easily score 50 marks because the order of preparation plays an important role. I'm not asking you to prepare marginal costing, standard costing first. I want you to prepare these things in the end because they are time consuming chapters. But these chapters, the first 5 chapters are quite simple, quite easy, and you can, and when it comes to questions also, they will be not that lengthy. Okay, you can answer them easily. As I said, if you are thorough with these 5 chapters, 35 marks for sure out of 70. Okay, and if you are thorough with the MCQ booklet that we have provided, then you can easily score 20 marks there. Okay, so around you will get 55 marks minimum. Okay, and if you are efficient in your preparation, you can score more marks also. Okay, so this is how you shall prepare for your management accounting paper. All the best for your examination. Thank you.